So by now, I'm sure you guys know someone who has been scammed through Forex trading, whether it's through the YouTube channel or maybe someone you know personally. In today's video, we are going to talk about Forex scammers tactics and how they lure in their victims. The 5 points we are going to talk about is the rise of Forex scams, common tactics that is used by Forex scammers, identifying red flags, so make sure you make better decisions. We're going to talk about how you can protect yourself from Forex scams and how you can take action against Forex scammers also. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Before we continue, I want to thank today's sponsor, that is fxgt.com, who is an award-winning broker who is kicking off this year on a top notch. Now, they just launched their new trading challenge that gives 15 winners an opportunity to grab their share of over $10,000. Now, to enter is very simple. All you have to do is open up an FXGT Optimus live account, deposit a minimum of $40 into your account and start trading. Whoever ends up with the highest percentage to profit ratio will walk away with prizes anywhere between $10,000 up to $175 if I'm correct. I will leave a link in the description box below, guys. Make sure you read the terms and conditions of how the competition works and grab your share of $10,000 from fxgt.com. Now, let's talk about the rise of Forex scams. Now, the allure of quick riches. Now, we obviously know that Forex scammers, they have this thing, or we as consumers, we always see these guys who live a very fancy life out there on social media. And this is one of the reasons why these scams are so on the rise, because why, as a consumer, we see this. I've been a victim of it myself, and we see these people and we think to ourselves, wow, these guys, they get, you know, they are kind of living a very good life, and I would like to grab a piece of that pie as well. The second thing is, promising high returns. Now, we always see this on a daily basis, whether it's someone telling you that they can get you 100% success rate, whether it's someone telling you that if you deposit 10,000 or if you deposit 1,000, we will give you back 5,000 Rand there as well. And the increased prevalence of online scams has increased a lot also. Now, we've obviously seen this happening, whether it's on Facebook Marketplace, whether it's through Telegram channels. Also, you will always find a scam. You will always find a person that is ready to scam you online. Now, what are some of the common tactics that is used by Forex scammers? Number one, fake testimonials and success stories. Now, we see this on a daily basis, where you will see a provider, like a signal provider or a Forex provider in general. They will use these images to say that my students are eating, or I'm getting a lot of money, or my students are making, and these are all ways and tactics, one of the tactics that Forex scammers use to basically lure in their clients. Number two, high pressure sales tactics. Now, what does this mean? Is that they put pressure any consumer into making sure that they get you to sign up right there at that point, so that you don't have to waste your time. A lot of you've probably seen where you have to buy something. We've experienced in this country where you're looking to purchase something and there's always someone telling you, you have to get it now, otherwise you might lose out on the opportunity. And the last one, 4 tactics, would be promising of guaranteed profits. Now, again, guys, this is something that we have noticed, where you get guaranteed a certain percentage profit. You are guaranteed to make sales if you take profits within the Forex space. If you look at someone like Nasdaq Ninja, who tells you that you are guaranteed a 100% success rate, so there's a lot of guys out there who we have seen following the same pattern as well. Now, the main question is, how do you identify these red flags? Number one, lack of regulation or licensing. If someone isn't licensed or regulated to offer these types of services, you should already make sure that you stay away from this, because why? When you have a problem, it will be very difficult to report these people to anybody for any specific reason. So make sure that you always check that the provider that you are dealing with has got a that they are regulated or they are licensed to provide the certain type of services. Number two, how do you identify the red flags? Unrealistic profit claims. Anybody who promises you high returns is basically lying to you. You should see this as a red flag. You should see that, no, this is not true. This cannot be true. It's like the saying that goes, if it seems too good to be true, then it normally is. Number three, pressure to invest immediately. Now, guys, I think we've seen this on many cases, right? Where they tell you, how much do you have? You don't have to pay the full price. Well, just tell me what you got there now. tell me what you know, just tell me what you have, and it's okay if you don't have the full price. I think this is something that we've seen over the years as well. So those are the 3 types of main red flags that you need to look out for. Number 4, how do you protect yourself from Forex scams? Number 1, do your research on the broker and the platform that you want to use. Before you invest your money into anything, make sure that you invest the time and the knowledge into understanding what is and what it is that you are investing it into. Go do research on things like Trustpilot to go and see what other people are saying about a broker or a service provider, a signal provider, or whatever the case is there as well. Be wary of unsolicited be aware of unsolicited offers as well. Make sure that you know if they are offering you something that seems to way too good to be true, you should obviously start questioning that, because if it was really that good, then they wouldn't be putting it out there for people as well. And number 3, if you do eventually decide to trade, don't deposit more money into your broker account than you can afford to lose. And what that means is that if you earn 10,000 rand, if you earn 10,000 as a salary and your debt is 7,000 for the month, don't now go deposit 5,000. And if you lose the 5,000, you would not be able to pay your debt, and because of that, there is a big chance that you could potentially lose everything that you have. Okay, that's the 3 points on how you can protect yourself. Now, the third thing is, how can we take action in 2025 against these Forex scammers? Number 1, report the scammers to the appropriate authorities like the FSCA. In our case, the FSCA did come out recently to state that in order to provide any Forex signal related services, you need to be authorized and licensed as an FSP to provide these services. If you do find anybody who is not regulated to offer these types of services, I would suggest that you reach out to the FSCA. The one thing I do see people do is they would rather complain and to themselves or to the guy next to you, or they would send us an email to say, hey, we want to expose this guy. You don't always have to do that. We don't mind putting people out there in the public, but at the end of the day, make sure that you report them to the authorities as well. Number 2 is spread awareness of your scam that had taken place, or spread awareness when you see someone is getting scammed, or spread awareness if you spot a potential scam as well. Now, we do get a lot of people who will inbox us on Instagram to say that, yo, just check this guy out, he just posted a profit roll and it looks fake. And by him telling us, we automatically put that into the content for the next video in order to provide that for you guys so that you don't make that mistake. And through that, they are spreading that awareness to us, and we are spreading that awareness to you guys also. So if you do spot the scam and you do feel that other people needs to know about this and other people needs to be warned about this, please do just tell the people, because we need to reduce the amount of scams that get taken place. And number 3, always educate yourself on financial literacy. Now, I don't need to go too deep into that, because I guess it really just explains itself, but just make sure that you are educated in how you distribute your finances when it comes to deciding to basically trade in the Forex market as well. And like I said, last but not least, make sure that you report any unauthorized Forex signal providers or mentors to the FSCA to ensure that we are able to clean these streets. Remember, there's only a few of us that is doing this content, and it comes at a big price tag. While a lot of people might think this is all fun and games, we do go through a lot in our personal capacity with some of the emails and messages that we receive from people, but I'm going to make a full video on that so that you guys can understand the price, at what price this type of content comes at. And I understand why most people don't want to do it because of that, but we will talk about that in a separate video. Guys, that is how you can, number 1, avoid getting scammed in 2025, and that is basically how Forex scammers lure in new clients, and that is how you can help spread the word in 2025. I want to say thank you so much for your time, and as always, cheers for years.